All right, today we're going to be learning about major and minor thirds. So, you know what the piano is?
No.
No? Okay, well the piano is an instrument that uses hammers inside of this wooden body to hit the strings to make sound, like this.
Well,
Okay, all right, and now we need to know the notes in order to go where we're going. So, the notes, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. And then we also have flats and sharps. So this would be C, and this would be C sharp. But this also functions as D, D flat. So a sharp would be raising it, or F to F sharp, and a flat would be lowering it. So E to E flat, or B to B flat. So those are your main keys from C to C again, and all of the sharps and flats. And now we're going to talk about consonances. So a consonance is when two or more tones sound together. So a tone would be a C and an E, maybe. And when you play them together, they form a consonance. And there are two types of consonances. There's major consonances and minor consonances. So when you play C and E together, they form a tone that's pleasing to the ear. And that's classified as major. Another major tone would be D to F sharp. And that's pleasing to the ear. And so when you play a minor tone, that would be C to E flat, it sounds unpleasing or dissonant, which is the opposite of consonant. So this would be major, and this would be minor. And so what I'm playing right now is called a third, because it's 1, 2, 3 notes away from each other. And when you play a third, it can be either major or minor. So when you play from C to E, that'll be a major third. But if you play from F to A flat, that'll be a minor third. And a good way to remember our thirds is by this pattern. So if you start on a C and you go to the third, the E, that'll be a major. If you start on a D and go to the F, that'll be a minor. If you go to the E to the C, that'll be a minor. If you go from the F to the A, major, G to B, major, A to C is minor, and from B to D is minor. And so if you're able to memorize that pattern, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, it's super easy to remember, and if you just practice it, it'll get into your head. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a major consonant, a major third, starting at C. So you can start at any C you'd like, this one or that. So then you play the third above it. Perfect. Okay, can you tell me what kind of consonants that is?
major.
Awesome, that's perfect. Major consonants, a major third, starting at C. So now, let's try starting on a G. Let's see if we can play the third on that G. Perfect. Yeah. And so, let's see. Major, minor, minor, major, major. That would be a major third. Perfect. Okay. And so now, we can start to bring our sharps and flats into it. So if we start with a major third, and then we lower one of the notes, let's say we lower the E. Can you tell me what that does?
Makes it minor.
Perfect, yes. When you lower it, it makes a minor. So if we start, say, on the F, the major, and lower it, it'll be a minor. And an easy way to remember that is by holding your hands like this, and you think of this as the C, your bottom hand as the C, and your top hand as the E. And when you lower the note, you lower the E to the E flat, and then that's minor. It helps you visualize the space in between and apply it to the piano. And that's helpful for, say, let's try starting on an F. And then we lower it and we get a minor. But what happens, say, if we start on a G and we lower the G? This might be wrong. Ignore that. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to skip that concept for right now, because that's for the next lesson, because we're only discussing major and minor currently. But we will discuss this in the next lesson. Okay. So, are you able to recall the major and minor pattern that we discussed a few minutes ago? Can you do that for me? Perfect. Yeah, it's major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor. Awesome. Okay, and now we're going to do a little bit of recalling and constructing triads. So I'm going to give you a note, and what you're going to do is construct the triad on top of it, the third, and then tell me what kind it is, major or minor. So let's try starting on an F. Yes, correct. Awesome. Okay, let's try a D now. Good. Okay, what about an A? Perfect. Okay, and one more. Let's go for, let's make it different this time. Let's start on an F, but make it a minor triad. Perfect, awesome. Cool. So when you start on a key and a major and you lower the top 1/2 step, that becomes minor. So you can start on a major and make it a minor, or you can start at a minor and bring it up to a major, to a pleasing consonance. And that is how you form major or minor thirds. And in the next lesson, we'll discuss how to bring 2 thirds together to form a triad, either a major or a minor triad. Okay?
You're past 6 minutes, so if you're good, then you're good.
We are good.
All right.